Imagine waking up tomorrow. No heating. No insulated walls. No supermarket. No winter jacket. Just freezing air, deep snow, and a world where one mistake could cost your life. For your ancestors, this wasn't an emergency. It was simply winter. Every year, the temperature dropped. Food disappeared. Rivers froze. Days became painfully short. Predators grew desperate. And entire families had to survive for months with nothing except their own knowledge and preparation. The surprising part? They did. Not just for one winter, but for thousands upon thousands of them. If they hadn't, none of us would be here today. So how did people survive one of the harshest environments on Earth without electricity, modern homes, or even farming? The answer is a story of invention, teamwork, and extraordinary human adaptability. The first challenge was obvious. Cold. Humans aren't naturally built for freezing climates. Unlike wolves, bears, or musk oxen, people don't have thick fur. We don't hibernate. We can't survive simply by growing a heavier winter coat. Our species evolved under the warm African sun. A person exposed to freezing temperatures without protection loses body heat quickly. As the body cools, fingers stop working properly. Thinking becomes slower. Muscles weaken. Eventually, the body's vital organs begin shutting down. Nature didn't design us to survive an ice age. Yet somehow, humans spread into Europe, Siberia, and some of the coldest places on the planet. That seems almost impossible. Until you realize humans didn't change their bodies. They changed their technology. Fire was the first great advantage. It provided warmth, cooked food, frightened away predators, and extended the day long after sunset. But fire had limits. The moment someone stepped away from the flames to hunt or gather wood, the cold returned immediately. People needed something that traveled with them. That something was clothing. Early humans didn't simply throw animal skins over their shoulders forever. Over time, they learned to shape hides into garments that actually fitted the human body. Sleeves protected the arms. Leg coverings reduced heat loss. Tightly sewn seams trapped warm air close to the skin. Creating those clothes required incredible skill. Animal bones were carefully carved into fine needles, complete with tiny holes for threading. Sinew, the tough fibers connecting muscles to bones, became natural thread. Piece by piece, people stitched together clothing capable of surviving brutal winters. It may not sound revolutionary today. But without fitted clothing, humans would never have reached the frozen north. Staying warm outside was only half the battle. Eventually, night arrived. Everyone needed shelter. Many people imagine prehistoric families living comfortably inside caves. The reality was very different. Good caves were rare. Many weren't dry. Some were already occupied by animals like bears or hyenas. Most groups had to build their own homes. Across the Ice Age world, people became remarkable builders. They used wood where forests existed. In open grasslands, they used whatever materials nature provided. In parts of Eastern Europe, archaeologists have discovered houses built using the enormous bones of mammoths. Massive tusks formed entrances. Huge leg bones created supporting frames. Animal skins covered the outside to block freezing winds. Snow was sometimes piled against the walls because trapped air inside snow acts as excellent insulation. These weren't random shelters. They were carefully engineered homes designed to keep families alive through months of relentless cold. Of course, warmth alone doesn't stop hunger. Winter transforms the landscape. Plants disappear. Fruit vanishes. Animals migrate or become harder to find. Finding food becomes dramatically more difficult. Ancient people understood something essential. Winter survival begins months before winter arrives. During the warmer seasons, families prepared constantly. Large animals were hunted whenever possible. Meat was sliced into thin strips and dried. Smoke helped preserve it for long periods. In colder regions, frozen ground acted like a natural freezer. Food could remain edible for months beneath the ice. But perhaps the most valuable resource wasn't meat. It was fat. Fat contains enormous amounts of energy. When the human body works continuously to stay warm, those extra calories become incredibly important. Nothing was wasted. Bone marrow, organs, and fatty tissues were all carefully used. Every successful hunt increased the chances of surviving until spring. Yet winter wasn't only a physical challenge. It tested something else. The human mind. Imagine living in darkness for 16 hours every day. Blizzards keep everyone indoors. Travel becomes dangerous. The same small group shares the same shelter night after night. Isolation like that can wear people down. But instead of allowing those long nights to become empty time, ancient communities filled them with purpose. Tools were repaired. Weapons were sharpened. Clothing was stitched. New ropes, baskets, and hunting equipment were made beside the fire. Children learned by watching adults work. Stories traveled from one generation to the next. Knowledge wasn't stored in books. It survived because people remembered and shared it. Around those fires, language grew richer. Traditions became stronger. Myths, songs, and history passed from grandparents to children, preserving everything a community had learned over countless generations. Winter may have trapped people together, but it also brought them together. When you step back, a remarkable pattern appears. Winter didn't simply threaten humanity. It pushed humanity to become more intelligent. Cold encouraged better clothing. Danger inspired stronger shelters. Scarcity rewarded careful planning. Long nights strengthened culture, cooperation, and learning. Every challenge forced people to invent something new. Over thousands of years, those inventions transformed a tropical primate into a species capable of living almost anywhere on Earth. That may be humanity's greatest survival strategy. Not sharper claws. Not stronger muscles. Not thicker fur. The ability to solve problems together. Today, winter feels very different. You adjust a thermostat. You order food with a phone. You drive through snow inside a heated car before walking into another heated building. It's easy to forget how dangerous this season once was. But every comfort surrounding you exists because countless generations faced winters that were far harsher than anything most of us will ever experience. They learned. They adapted. They endured. And every successful winter gave the next generation one more chance to improve on what came before. So the next time cold air rushes in through an open door, remember this. For your ancestors, winter wasn't just another season. It was the ultimate test. And the fact that you're here today means they passed it again and again until surviving the cold became one more chapter in the remarkable story of being human.